online. So I hope you are clear. Could you please confirm? So we are good, sir. So for what you covered, so we are happy to go on new concept. Are you okay? Online. You are not responding here. Are you doing multitasking? Online. Is it audible? Okay, right. Coming to the today's class, today's date is what? 31st. Almost 1 month is over. Okay. Days are very fast, huh? Faculty. Prasad. Next. What topic? The topic is what? What topic we are going to discuss? Spring Boot JDBC. Spring Boot JDBC. Okay. Before start this concept, let me summarize. Let me summarize the profiles concept. So the profiles is nothing but what? So if you are what? Working with the different environments, then we should go for what? Profiles concept. That environment means what? Either see, either uh, dev environment or QA environment or maybe uh, EAT environment or prod environment, then okay, you need to maintain separate files here. You need to maintain what? Separate files. So that's why we are going for what to profiles concept. So whatever the environment you are going to work with that, so the respect to environment related, you need to maintain the files separately, either properties files, either YAML files, whatever you want. Yes or no? So before using the at the rate we are using in the run configuration -spring dot profiles dot active equal to what? The respective environment you can able to make it as a activation. See, if you are using -spring dot profiles dot active, this approach is called as what? Activation of the profile. Yes or no? Activation of the profile. So maybe you can use either single profile or maybe multiple profiles also. Okay, then if you want to use like a annotation called what? At the rate profile annotation, you can also achieve what? That concept at the rate profiles. Okay, so at the rate profiles concept, even though you are able to pass what? Multiple profiles also. Yes or no, in the form of what? Array. Yes or no? We already did. So if we don't want to execute the respective profile, even though you are configured, even though you are activated, if you don't want to execute the respective profile, then what? You can use what? Exclamation mark. That means what? Not. Yes or no? Where it is in the keyboard or keypad, there is a one digit is there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. On top of that, there is a symbol called what? Not. Okay, so that means it respect to environment, it won't be achievable. Yes or no? Right. Even though there is a concept called in the profiles, there is a include profile. Yes or no? Maybe in the real time, if you want to maintain the single properties file or a single YAML file, you need to write what multiple keys and multiple values. Okay, to avoid that confusion, you can create what a separate profiles also. You can include them. You can include them. Okay, there is a property, or you can use attribute also. That is spring dot profiles dot include. So you can include them, then you can automatically work with what the respective one. Even I think I developed that one. Okay, let me show that include. I hope. See, this is what I used, one file, one runner class. Okay, ID, title, some driver URL and all. You can go for what application dot properties file. See, spring dot profiles dot include. There is a prod email something. I created some properties files. Okay, then you can work with that in the include also, include concept also. That means what I want to include all these profiles, in where in application dot properties file. Whatever the profile you want to include here, you can include it, no worries. Okay, sir, what is this? Simple normal Spring Boot application. Okay, one thing, you need to create a separate profiles, that is separate properties files or separate YAML files. So there is a entry called what, or there is a key called what, spring dot profiles dot what include. Getting? If you want to perform the activation of the respective profile, what is the key? Spring dot profiles dot active. Yes or no? So here just we can add what to include. Okay, right. What profiles you want to include, sir? Where you can provide that include attribute or that key, like spring dot profiles dot include in the default properties file or default file. That is what application or properties now. Okay, there you can what, you can use this key, that is spring dot profiles dot what include what profiles you want to include. Getting? See, I didn't do anything here, just I created one runner class. Let me show that. This is my data runner class. Okay, this is what my data runner class implements what, command line runner. There is a variable ID title. Where you are getting this key? Profiles, that is properties file. Whatever the profile you have, that means ID and title, driver, URL, what, host, port number, something. Okay, sir, where these values are available? See, this is what prod dot properties, that is ID is what, 100 NIT, Naresh IT. Okay, I hope yesterday we discussed it, right? Theoretically, I think I discussed it, but in the practically, I hope I didn't share that example. I hope. Okay, no problem. So here driver URL, here email, that is host and port something. There is a different profiles. Simple. If you want to include all these profiles, how many profiles I created? 3 profiles. One is prod dot properties, prod db dot properties, prod mail dot properties with different keys. For to include them, I created only one single runner class. Okay, all these profiles included into application dot properties file. Check it out. Then automatically you are getting what? the respective values. I hope simple example. Try yourself. Own ID you are getting, title you are getting, or driver URL, host, port, and all. Simple. Always copy paste it is not good for health. Okay. Take your example. You can create different profiles like QA profile, UAT profile, prod profile, even dev profile. You can create it. Okay. So go to the default properties file, that is application or properties. Now you can include spring.profiles.include equal to what profiles you want to include. That's it. Only one entry. Only one entry. One runner class. You can take all profiles, keys you can use in the single runner class. Yeah, I used any configuration properties annotation? No, na. Am I used property source annotation? No, na. Okay. How you are getting the values are only for what? This is the key. Clear? You can try yourself. Okay. Right. Even though I will share this example, I think yesterday I shared, but I think I didn't share. Okay. No problem. Simple. You can create different profiles. All profiles you can include one properties file, spring.profiles.include equal to the respective profile name only, not all. QA, comma, UAT, comma, prod, something. Okay. You can create the one runner class with all keys. You can provide in the SPL, that is Spring Expression Language format. That is, that's it. Clear? Coming to main class, is there anything extra here in the main class? No. Like a starter class, there is nothing. One runner class, creating the different profiles. You can include all these profiles into application or properties. That's it. Clear? You can try yourself. Online, are you following? See, if you want, I will share this example also for your reference. Don't worry. Simple example here. Okay. Coming to our concept. What is that Spring Boot JDBC? I hope you are aware of about the JDBC. Yes or no? JDBC stands for what? Java Database Connectivity. Okay, before going for what? This JDBC concept. See, my Java generated result, for example, let me show. My Java generated result storing into flat files. Flat file, that is what? Text files are somewhere. Okay. So, do you have the security for them? Do you have the security? Open. Online. You are also. Security. No security. Is there any DB support like database support? There is no DB support. Yes or no? That is unauthorized people also we are able to modify our data. Right? So there is no data security. There is no database support. That's why we are looking for what? See, my Java generated result. My Java generated result storing into what? Some database. That is either Oracle or MySQL or Postgres or DB2 or whatever the database here. Okay, you can able to store what? Our Java generator result. So here 100% there is a security, right? There is a security as well as there is a DB support. That is what? Database support. Okay. See here, take example either Gmail or Facebook or Twitter or anything. So you might be registered with that application, yes or no? So are you able to delete your credentials? Are you able to manipulate anything on your database username and password? No, na. It means you don't have such a privileges, right? So that is the reason. So our Java generator result, if you want to store into the database, then we have a security. You have what? DB support. You have a DB support. See, if you want to communicate from Java to database software, listen. While communicating from Java to database software, see, there is no direct communication. Agree. There is no direct communication. See, here flat files what? Maybe some IO streams concept. You might be aware of it. IO streams concept. IO streams. Input output streams. For example, if you want to communicate from Java to database software, see, there is no direct communication from Java to database software. Yes or no? Right? So that's why in mediator, there is a mediator called what? Either JDBC or Hibernate or JPA, Java Persistent API, right? Even EJB entity beans also there, yeah. So finally conclusion, Java never and ever talk to any database software directly. Clear? That's why we need one mediator. For example, here I know Telugu, this person know the Tamil. Let's assume. So whenever I'm talking in Telugu, that Tamilian may not be understand because he know the only Tamil. Yes or no? Even the Tamilian also speaking in the Tamil language, but even myself, I never understand about that language. Yes or no? So, if you want to understand all these things, either Telugu and Tamil, one mediator is required, yes or no? Or one translator is required. That translator is nothing but what? The JDBC or maybe Hibernate or maybe JPA. Agree. Right? Okay. So that's why. Now we are looking for what JDBC, that is Spring Boot JDBC. Okay, in normal, see, in normal, if you want to work with the JDBC, there is some standard steps are there, right? So before going to standard steps, there is a 4 types of drivers are there, right? So from the JDK 1.8 version onwards, type 1 driver is not supporting completely. Agree? Okay, right. So only 3 drivers, but each type of driver having their own driver class and their own connection URL. Agree? Right? That type 1 driver is called as what? JDBC ODBC driver. Right? Next one. Second one is what? Type 2 driver is what? OCI. The third one is what? Type 3. It is not a driver, just like what a protocol. Okay. Next one. The fourth one is called as what? Thin driver. Yes or no? Right. So in the real time, which one is the recommended type 4 driver? Na? Right. So I don't want to go for in-depth about the JDBC. Now coming to our standard steps in normal, that JDBC, loading the driver class, establishing the connection, creating the statement object, frame the query, executing the query. Maybe if it is the DML operation, maybe it is like select operation, you can create the result set object. Yes or no? So that is what the normal steps. Okay, coming to Spring Boot JDBC. Online, are you okay? Are you following? Could you please confirm here online? Oh, no one responding. The people is doing multitasking. Huh? Come on here. Okay, right. Coming to our concept here. Coming to our concept. See, the Java application, I hope you are understand about what? Normal JDBC. Just let me give the abbreviation. Java database connectivity. Okay, right. Right. So might be you have some idea about this here. Okay. Right. I am going to write some notes for you. Java application. Java application. See, wants to perform database operations by using what? By using what? SQL queries. By using what? SQL queries. Okay, sir, I know JDBC. Why you are discussing that JDBC? Come on. That JDBC is different. This JDBC is different here. Okay, right. I am coming from this scratch. See, that SQL queries, right? That SQL queries are two types mainly. These are what? You know, number one is what? Select queries. Number two, what? Non-select queries. Okay. Non-select queries, what will perform? Database operation. Insert, update, and delete. These are what? Non-select operations. Okay. See, if you are executing any non-select operation, then what? You must use either commit or what? Rollback. Yes or no? For non-select operation, listen. For maybe the interviewer might be asking, what do you mean by transaction management? Or what do you mean by transaction? These words might be, you will get it. So the transaction management means what? If you want to perform the non-select operation means what? Either insert to, either update to, either delete. Yes or no? So you must be performing what? Either rollback or commit na. Yes or no? So you have to perform those tasks. That task is calling as what? Or that concept or that behavior is calling as what? Transaction management. Okay. Don't think too much here. The transaction management means what? While performing the non-select operation, either insert or update or delete, you might be use what? Either commit or rollback. Right? This concept is called as what? Transaction management. Okay, let me cover that point for you. Are you following? Online, are you following here? Okay, perfect. What? If we execute any non-select operation, then what? Non-select operation. Then we must either commit. Commit means what? Commit means what? Committed. That's it. Huh? No. Commit means what? Save. Okay. Commit or what? Roll back. Commit or what? Roll back. It means what? Cancel. It cannot be save it. Okay, cancel. Okay. This is called as what? This is called as transaction. Transaction management. Clear? This is called as what? Transaction management. Okay. Right. In the pure JDBC, as a programmer, in pure JDBC, as a programmer, what you have to do? What has to do? Pure JDBC, that too done by the programmer, or maybe developer, whoever. See, in general, what we are going to do that. You know, yeah, normal JDBC. Tell me, number one, loading the driver class. There is a two approaches, right? One is class dot for name, other one is what? Driver manager. Yes or no? Driver manager. Okay. Anything, okay, you can use. Loading the driver class. Number two, what? Creating the connection, or maybe you can call it as what? Establishing what? Establishing the database connection, or maybe connection number, whatever it is. Next, number three, what? Create the statement object. No? Yes or no? Loading the driver class, establishing the connection, creating what? Creating the statement object. Sir, might be, let me know statement interface class. In JDBC, I'm talking about. Think online you are also. Statement interface class. Offline. Class interface. Class. Class. Statement is class, right? Yes or no? Super. Okay, let me check with the online. Class interface. Oi, not class here. Come on. What you are learning here? You already completed JDBC, right? Java P, Java.SQL. Statement. Read out. Visible last. Can you read out? Public class or public interface? After completing JDBC, you are asking like who is Seta sir? Come on here. After You already completed JDBC. That means you already completed the Ramayana. But you are asking who is Sita. You are, come on. No, yaar. This is what? Interface na? Online. You might, if you, anyone maybe have the doubt, you can check it out. Public interface java.sql.statement. Okay, coming to the prepared statement. Interface or class? Prepared statement here. Class interface. Online interface. Correct. Any statement. Let me give the clarity. Okay, I don't want to go the depth. Okay, our time is waste. Okay, right. See, any statement, either normal statement or prepared statement or callable statement, whatever it is, all are interfaces only. Yes or no? The statement interface contains what? Create a statement if you want to create the statement in your JDBC application. So while using the prepared statement, what is the method called? Prepare statement. It means demissed. Prepared statement, that is interface. Prepare statement was what? Method. Right? So in the callable statement, there is a method called what? Prepare call. Prepare call. Okay, na? Right. I hope you are getting. Come to our point here. Normal JDBC. Loading the driver class, establishing the connection, and creating the statement. Next what? Define the query na. Define the SQL query. Yes or no? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? No, na. Define what? SQL query. Right? With input maybe. Then what? Step number E. Then what? Execute what? Execute statement and get the result if you are using the result set. Even though non-select operation also like insert or update or delete, you need to get the confirmation whether my record is successfully inserted or not, maybe whether my record is successfully updated or not, whether my record is successfully deleted or not. I want to get the confirmation. That means that is also considered as what result now. That's why I written execute the statement and get what? Result. What are the result? Maybe select operation, maybe you are pull the data from the database. Yes or no? Maybe if you are performing what DML operation like insert or update or delete, even though you need to get some acknowledgement or some confirmation, then you can use what? That is also considered as result. I hope. Okay. Then what? Then what? Print the result now. Print the result. Right? Finally, what we can do? Close the connection. Sign in, sign out. Once you are open that connection, you need to close the connection as well. Clear? Okay. This is what in the normal JDBC. Right? So coming to the Spring Boot level, how it looks like in Spring Boot. Very easier in Spring Boot. Very easy. Okay. Right. In Spring Boot, then if you want to insert the query, normally you can use all of them. Normal JDBC application, you can use all of them. In Spring Boot, I am talking with respect to this above steps. Above steps. Okay, in Spring Boot, there is a one class we are going to use. Okay, no need all of them. All of them. I will give the clarity. I'm coming from scratch, one by one, according to our steps. Okay, I want to insert the record here. I want to insert the record. Insert the record. Then what? You have to load the driver class as per above steps by using what? Class dot for name. Something you can provide that driver class name. Yes or no? Right? Name of the driver class you can provide. After that, what? We are going to what? Creating the connection, right? Connection con is equal to what? Driver manager dot get connection method. Inside you can pass what? The respective URL. Next username. Next password. Yes or no? Then next what? Create the one statement object. No. Statement st is equal to what? Con dot create statement. Sir, why are you already completed? We are in the master in that. Huh? Are you thinking like that? Okay, no worries. You can write what? Some query. I'm not writing completely. Okay, might be you are feeling what? Very bored. Sir, why? In JDBC, there is a 3 execute methods are there. You know, execute update, execute query, execute method. Yes or no? Execute update method for what? To performing DML operation. Correct. That is either insert or update or delete. Online. Are you okay? So execute update purpose is what? To performing DML operation. Either insert or update or delete. Execute update. So coming to the execute query, it is only for what? Non-select operation. Non-select operation. Right? And there is a method called, one more method is there, execute. Normal, plain, execute. No execute update, no execute query. Execute update for what? DML operation. Execute query for what? Select operation. For execute method is there. That execute method purpose is what? To execute either procedure or function. You can execute either procedure or maybe function. What is the difference between procedure and function? The interviewer is going like that only. The procedure never return the any value, but the function will be return the value. But while creation, same to same. Create or replace. Procedure name. While creating the function, create or replace. Function name. Like this. Okay. Right? Maybe you are performing the insert operation now. Then which method is recommended here? Execute update method. Then what? You can print the result. Print the result. Finally, what you are going to do? Close the connection. Close the connection. The same thing, update and delete and everything like this. Clear? Right. I hope you are getting normal JDBC. Okay, na? Clear? Because I don't want to go for in depth. If you have any doubt in JDBC, please let me know. I hope you already completed, right? Okay. Clear? Now, I am going to Spring Boot now. See, if you are compare the multiple database operations by using what JDBC, few lines are what common and few lines are different. Okay, right? Maybe SQL, maybe inputs and the result. These are what different. Okay, while using the Spring Boot, no need to load the driver class. No need to load what? No need to establish the connection. No statement object. Just we can prepare the query, print the result. That's it. Who will take care? Who will take care, sir? Someone will be take care. Who is someone? I will tell. Okay, first of all, let me cover. If you are compare multiple database operations, operations by using JDBC, sorry, JDBC, few lines, what? Few lines are what? Common, and few lines are what? Different. Few lines are what? Different. Few lines are what? Different. Like what? SQL, that is inputs and result. It is quite big different. Okay, I will show the different. Don't worry. Okay. Right. Come to the point. This is what? Different. Okay. See, have you heard about the template design pattern? What do you mean by design pattern, sir? You already discussed design pattern. What do you mean by design pattern? Forget about the template. We can discuss later. What do you mean by design pattern? The design pattern is what? Simple. We already discussed this point. You are getting the fever, keep on. 1 or 2 days, Dolo will work. Our Dolo will work. Third day, still getting the fever. Our Dolo will won't work. Huh? Doctor Dolo only working. Yes or no? Right. That is what. The third step is there. That is what best solution. The design pattern also, that is what. Same. That is what. The design pattern is what the best solution for what? Reoccurring or repeated problems. That is called what? Design pattern. What do you mean by design pattern? That is, if you are any problem getting, keep on getting, we need to follow or we need to take the one final decision. That is what the design pattern here. Okay, I repeat once again. Design pattern is what? It is the best solution for what? Reoccurring or repeated problems. Okay, coming to this template design pattern. In the template design pattern, online, are you following? Sir, weekends mode. Can you leave me alone? Why you are eating my brain early morning? Yes, sir. Am I eating your brain here? Am I eating your brain? Hey, come on, yaar. Come on. Oh, weekends also. Huh? Please leave me alone. Okay. Right. Enjoy the class here. Okay. Don't be trouble in the class. Hmm? Sometimes joking, sometimes raising the voice. All are mix up here. Okay. Come to the template design pattern. In case of what? Large statements might be have set statements. The common code for what? Multiple use cases. Then we have to use what? Design pattern. In normally, there is a keep on problem. So I don't want to write the design pattern definition. Do you want? Okay. Let me write design pattern. Design pattern. Design pattern means what? Design pattern means what? See, it is a best solution for what? Reoccurring or repeated problems. Repeated problems. Then we should go for what? Design pattern. See, here there is a one of the design pattern like what? Template. Template is the design pattern. So here, to avoid the or to remove the boilerplate code, the common code. See, for example, let me give the clarity. In normal JDBC, you want to perform the insert operation. Do you require these steps? All these steps in JDBC? Yes or no? Insert operation, yaar. Okay. Update operation? No, no. These steps, separate program. Yes or no? You required. Delete operation? Yes, we required. Even the select operation also we required. Unnecessarily the code is what? Increasing now. Our requirement is what? Connect to the database, getting the result and print the result. That's it. Yes or no? Like what? Our result should be as meruputega. Okay. Katte, kotte, teche. Why are these many unnecessary code and all every time? Yes or no? That's what? To improve our laziness. To avoid what? Loading the driver class. You don't want to use what? Class dot var name or driver manager dot register driver. No need. Even connection con is equal driver manager dot get connection. You can pass URL and pass username, password. No need. Creating the statement. No need. After that, what you are going to write? At least if you are not writing the at least query, how you are getting the result here? No, don't go for too much laziness. Yes or no? The technology making like that only the people. Right? Okay. Just kidding. Okay. Right. But as per the IT industry, small code giving what? More performance. That is what expectation in the real time. Just for joking purpose, I am using that word like lazy. Okay. Here, coming to the template design pattern. The template design pattern completely remove those steps. Loading the driver class, establishing the connection, creating the statement object. No need. Just prepare the query, print the result. That's it. Okay. Right. So, first of all, JDBC is what? JDBC technology software component. JDBC online technology, correct. Thank you. What is that? Technology. Oi. Servlet JDB, sorry, Servlet JSP is what technology, sir? Components, sir? Web technologies. Yes or no? Sometimes you can use what web components also. Sometimes might be the people using web components also. Like, okay, I don't want to go there. Now coming to our concept. JDBC is what technology? And a template is what? Tell me. Template is what here? కాపీ కొట్టం జాతి కదా మీకు. Template is what? Design pattern. Come on. Ayyo. You are not eligible for the ITech City. You are always what? KPHP only or Amirpet only. Come on, come on. Okay, right. In Springboard, what? JDBC plus what? Template equal to what? JDBC template. It is not interface. It is a class. It is a class. Okay. Right. Template design pattern. What do you mean by design pattern? That design pattern means what? It is a best solution for what? Reoccurring or repeated problems. Now, JDBC is called as a technology. Template is called as a design pattern. It means in Springboard, not only in Springboard here, in Spring also, there is what? DAO module, data access object. Okay, there also we are using what? JDBC template class. Even our Spring Boot also. See, Spring Boot equal to what? We are using JDBC along with what? Template equal to what? JDBC template class. It is a class, not an interface. Okay, right. So coming to the JDBC template class, let me copy all this stuff. Okay, in JDBC template. Okay, see, JDBC template, what is it? Class or interface? It is a class. It is a class that is used to perform what? DB operations. To perform what? DB operations in less lines of what? Code. In less lines of code. We already discussed. Okay. Are you enjoying the class? Sir, నిప్పుల కోలి మీద కూర్చోబెట్టి ఎంజాయ్ అంటావేంటి సార్ మీరు? సాటర్డే కూడా క్లాస్ ఏంటి? చూడు, మా పక్కన మా క్లాస్మేట్సే రావట్లేదు, మీరేది మమ్మల్ని తినేస్తున్నారు మా బుర్రని అనుకున్నారా? ఆన్లైనా? టెంప్లేట్ అసలు మామూలు లేదే ఈ క్లాసులో. టీడీపీయా? అదే చెప్పాడా? అది ఏందా చెప్తున్నాడు, నాకేమో ఎక్కడ దాకా రీచ్ అవట్లేదు. అయితే టెంప్లెట్ డిజైన్ ప్యాటర్న్ ఈజీగా షార్ట్ కట్ ఒకటి చెప్పాడు, ఆయన కలవండి, తర్వాత చెబుతాడు ఆయన. ఓకే, రైట్. ఎందుకంటే అందరూ ఉంటారు కాబట్టి నేను అవి వాడకూడదు, మళ్ళీ ఏం తలకాయ నొప్పి ఇవన్నీ. ఓకే, ఆన్లైన్. ఓకే, రైట్. Coming to JDBC template. So JDBC template what? It is a class that is used for what? To perform the database operations in less lines of what code? Database operations are only insert. Don't ask me. Data operation means what? Database operation insert is update, delete, and select. All are okay. That's what. Don't ask me like that. Again, JDBC template, it is a class. It will performing what DB operations in less lines of code. And also this JDBC template making what? As a relationship. There is a easy relationship. There is a has a relationship, right? Easy relationship is nothing but what? Implementing the inheritance concept. Agree with me? Whenever you are using the easy relationship, you should use what? Extends keyword. Core Java. Right? Extends keyword you have to use. But at the time of performing the has a relationship, no need to use what? Extends. Just we can creating what? Object the respective class into inside another class. Getting my point? Okay? Right. So I hope you know core Java. I don't want to go for that. Right. It makes what? It makes has a relationship. It makes what? Has a relationship with data source. With what? Data source. Data source is what? It is a predefined interface here. Data source. That is what? Connection between database and our application. Database and what? Our application. Next point. See, what is that? This data source implemented classes. There is a Hikari data source is one of the implemented class. Okay, right. Let me write data source. Data source. It is what? Class or interface? Interface. Data source implemented. Implemented class is what? Implemented class. Implement. Very intelligent fellows. Online, can you hear me? Visible, not visible. Okay, wait. Yeah. Is it visible online? Okay. Okay, where you are? See, come on. The data source interface implemented class, what? Implemented class used by Springboard, used by the Springboard. The default is Hikari. Ikari data source. Ikari data source. It is what? It is a one of the implemented. This is the implemented class. Okay. Right. See, uh, finally, like all are predefined. So we can write only Java based configuration. Okay. Whatever you are using, these are all predefined, not for what user defined. Okay, right. So let me write some Java based configuration. How you are going to write? Might be you saw in the Spring. Okay, let me write one example for Java based configuration or Spring based. In Spring, how we are going to write Spring based code? Spring based code is what? Public class app config. See, if you want to make this class as a configuration class, what annotation is required? At the rate component. I want to make this class as a configuration class. What annotation is required? At the rate configuration, not a component. Online. Are you okay? Yes, correct. Online, right. At the rate configuration, not for the component. Yes or no? Achha. Component just for what? Creating the object. Okay. Now I want to create the one method, public some data source, some method called what? DS. I return. See, see how the container is going to create in the object in the Spring based on what method? 1:1 ratio. One method, one object. Two methods, two objects. Three methods, three objects. But that method should be annotated with what? At the rate? At the rate? Oh, come on, yaar. At the rate AutoWire. AutoWire performing what? Performing the dependence injection. Na? What annotation is required? Huh? Bean. At the rate? Bean. Come on. At the rate bean annotation is required. Okay. Why? Because we already discussed it. That's what I am asking the question. Okay. Right. So now I want to create one object for what? Hikari. Where is that? Hikari. Hikari data source. Okay. Hikari data source DS is equal to what? New Hikari data source. We created what? Object for them. DS dot what? Set driver class name, right? Driver class name. You can set You can set what that respect to driver class. Okay. Next what? After that, set URL. You can set that URL. After that, ds dot. After that what? Driver class URL later username. Username. Okay. Then you can provide the respective database username. Set password. You can set the respective password, whatever the password you want. Then finally what? The return statement required or not? Required, because the line number 75, 73, see, this method return type is what? Data source. So the data source implemented class is what? Ikari data source. Just I'm returning happily, it can be. Okay. After that, after that, after that, I'm going to use what? JDBC template. That is what? Public JDBC template some JT. Just in shortcut time, right? See, guys, that DS method or maybe JT method, it is not predefined. User defined only. Okay, just a shortcut I written here. Okay, right. Coming to JDBC template. Now you can create the object for what? JDBC template. JT is equal to new JDBC template class. Data source. It is the predefined method only. Set data source. Okay. You can call that DS method. DS. Okay. Right. This DS method I'm calling here. Okay. I'm setting the data source. Finally what? Returning JT. Returning what? JT. The JT is what? JDBC template class. JDBC template class object. Okay. Right. This is what happening in Spring. Right? Yes or no? We already used it in the beginning, I think. Okay, you are already using that JDBC template to communicate with what? Java with database software. Okay, so this is happening what? In Spring only. That's what I mentioned here. What? Spring based code. Okay, coming to the Spring Boot. What that point? So coming to the Spring Boot here, the above code, we are not going to write in Spring Boot. Okay, we are not going to write in what? In Spring Boot. We just add what? Add respect to starter. What? Respect to starter. So the respect to starter for what? The entire code is what? Ready-made code now. Ready-made code. Ready-made code. Sir, what is the starter for this? I don't want to write this code here. Okay. There is a starter called in Spring Boot. That is what? Spring boot starter what? JDBC. This is what the starter. Okay. Then we can use what? The respect to starter. But we need to pass the input. We need to pass the input either by using properties file or maybe YAML file. Whatever the file you are going to use, either properties or maybe YAML, you can pass what inputs. Getting my point? Clear? Okay, now guys. Might be have the doubt. Let me come from the scratch. In JDBC level, any database operation, we need to follow these standard steps. Agree? Yes or no? So, to avoid that, to remove this boilerplate code, we are going for what? Spring. So, in the Spring, we are using what? One design pattern, one template design pattern along with what? JDBC. That is called JDBC template class. To remove unnecessary code, that is loading the driver class, establishing the connection, creating the statement object, completely remove. We just focus on what? Query. Okay. Even coming to the Springboard, how much easy the technology is going to, you have to focus. JDBC, blunt, very big code, let's assume, very large scale code. But in Spring, we are reduced at least something. In Springboard, almost all reduced. Am I right? So for above scenario, we should use what? One starter. That is spring-boot-start-JDBC. But we need to set the DB related details where either in the properties file or either in the YAML file, wherever you are using, whatever the file you are using. Agree? Okay. Coming to the point. So, but yeah, what is that? But we need to add, or maybe pass is the correct word. We need to pass inputs. We need to pass inputs from properties dot properties or what? Dot YML. Either properties, either what? YML file. Clear? Okay. Sir, how we are going to use in properties file? Let me tell. Suppose you know that properties file, how it looks like. Example. What is that? Spring dot data source. Spring dot data source dot what? Driver hyphen class hyphen name equal to. That is what? Application dot properties file. Application dot properties file. You have to use like this. Next what? Spring dot data source dot URL. The respective URL you can pass it, right? Next one. Spring dot, sorry, why database is coming? No, data source. Okay, username equal to something. Next what? Password something. You can provide like this here. Okay, right. So you need to use either in the application dot properties file or maybe application dot YML. So, but you have to use some dependencies while working with what? any database software. Okay. For example, you can take Oracle here. For Oracle, what is the dependency you are going to? What is the dependency you are going to use? For Oracle. What is that dependency? Dependency. Open and close. Okay. Then you need to use what? That artifact, group ID, right? That group ID. Group ID. Close the group ID. Okay. Next what? Artifact ID. Then close what? Artifact ID. Okay. So there is a group ID. There is a artifact ID. For Oracle, what is that dependency? What is the dependency? I think there is a JSL sources. There is a group ID. Okay, com dot JSL source. Okay, JSL sources, I think. Okay, that artifact ID is what? JDBC 6 you can use for Oracle. Maybe if you want to provide the respective version also, but in Spring Boot, no need to write the versions here because it will collect or collecting from the parent project. Don't worry about the versions. Okay, it will collect from where? From the parent project. So might be if you want to provide some version, then what? You can use maybe 11th version, 11 or something. Okay, 11th version. Even some MySQL, there is some dependency. For Postgres, there is some dependency. Some DB2, there is some dependency. That is database to database, different dependencies are there. Getting my point? Clear? Okay. So you can check your side whether that database is installed or not properly. You can cross check. Okay. Right. Can you allow me 5 minutes? You can develop the program. No, na. Huh? Oh, brain is overheated. Not heated, overheated. Huh? Come on. Okay. Let me check online. Only 38. Too bad. Online? Huh? Okay. So the program we can develop on Monday. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to share these notes. Okay. You can practice. Okay. You can read that. Okay. Very simple. Nothing.